I'm sure over the years we've all had those friends that kind of figured out that we were into preparedness and would poke fun at us and give us little jabs about it from time to time. But now, with all that's going on in the world, you might notice some of them asking you how they can get better prepped, as they too now look through the lens of the threats we face coming down at us in the news every day. With food being at the top of that list, I love freeze-dried wholesalers. It's good food, it's healthy, no preservatives or junk, and it makes it easy to show your non-prepper friends who've taken an interest in prepping just how easy it is to get ready and put back some good, high-quality, diverse storage food. And one thing that definitely they are is diverse. They have everything. What I'm showing you here today is a little haul that I picked up recently from them. And when we're done showing you this, I'm going to be really quick. I'm going to make some beef barbacoa street tacos. I'm going to show you how we do that with the freeze-dried wholesaler food. But I want to show you some of the stuff I picked up first, really quick. First off, of course, more chicken breast. Okay. We have our beef fajita strips, and this isn't what we're using today, but these are awesome. These hydrate very quickly, too. Freeze-dried pulled chicken. Good stuff. Okay. And of course, freeze-dried hamburger patties. These take a while to hydrate. You definitely got to soak them. I would soak them probably about an hour, but they're really tasty. Freeze-dried shredded beef. This is really good stuff. Perfect for, again, tacos, stuff like that. Freeze-dried broccoli. Broccoli florets. Freeze-dried string beans back here. Hiding back here. There you go. Of course, freeze-dried chicken breast again. Freeze-dried zucchini and pork chops. Freeze-dried ground beef over here. Let me grab that over there. Freeze-dried yellow squash and freeze-dried Monterey blend vegetables. They're blanched in boiling water. Really all you have to do is add some water to them. Let them sit for 5 or 10 minutes. Heat them up. They're good to go. So that's just some of the stuff I picked up. They do have the mushrooms back in stock, by the way. The portobellini mushrooms and the regular mushrooms as well. One of the things that I want to show you today is how you can make a really good meal out of this stuff, because a lot of people, we learned this during the last pandemic, a lot of people are so used to going to the store and just picking up food as they come home that they're not used to cooking every night, or maybe they don't have ideas on how to cook every night. Me, after working in restaurants for years and having to come up with menus on the fly, I'm pretty good at putting together some stuff for you guys to see. So we're going to make some beef barbacoa tacos, street tacos, and I'm going to show you what I use from freeze-dried wholesalers and what I use other than freeze-dried wholesalers, which is why it's important to stock your pantry with other stuff when we come back. All right, to get started, I want to show you the stuff that I am using from freeze-dried wholesalers. We're going to be using their cheese. This happens to be the cheddar and jack cheese. I like that more for Southwestern type dishes where you mix the two together. However, just to let you know, I am just using regular cheddar cheese today that I hydrated from the last of one of the bags that I had, because I didn't want to let the bag sit there while I open a new one. How I do this, I take some of this cheese, I put some water in it and get it moist, make sure everything's wet, stick it in the fridge overnight. Pull it out in the morning, you got perfect cheese. So that's what we're using that. We're using the freeze-dried onions, and this is the beef I was telling you about. This stuff's amazing, by the way, as you can tell by the 3/4 empty bag. This is the freeze-dried beef barbacoa. You can eat this stuff just like snacks. I mean, you don't even need to hydrate it. It's really good. So that's what we're going to be using. Let me show you the non-freeze-dried wholesaler items that we are using in this, and there is more, but there's seasonings and sides and stuff like that, and all of which you can get freeze-dried, either from freeze-dried wholesalers or your local store. So let's show you that. All right, so really quick, did want to show you the freeze-dried sour cream powder. That stuff comes out amazing. Again, you mix it to your consistency. This isn't from freeze-dried wholesalers. I ordered this off of Amazon. I have a good stock of this stuff too, because it does come in handy. So that's that. Of course, we have some freshly chopped cilantro, which I can grow in my garden. As a matter of fact, I still have some growing out there, I think. Old El Paso taco sauce, enchilada sauce. This stuff stores forever. It really does. It stores forever. Even though it's a tomato-based product, I've used some of the cans like 7-8 years out, so it's good. Some refried beans. They do make freeze-dried refried beans that you just add water to. Salt and pepper, garlic and onion, and of course some red onion. And of course, these street taco tortillas here, which of course you're going to have to make your own if you're going to do your corn taco tortillas. And you can do that if you know how to do it. We'll get into that. Probably we should do it. We should actually do a video on that. Anyway, we're going to put the meat on, which I have hydrated over here. I'm going to show you how I put this together. It's very, very quick. Once you hydrate stuff, since it's fully cooked, it's very quick. The only reason I'm using a stove is to heat the stuff up. So let's get into it. All right, before I get started, I did want to mention the stove because I know I'm going to get a million questions on it. This is a gas 1 camp stove. It does use either isobutane or butane or propane with the right adapter. Works very, very well, really quick. Let me just turn it on for you here. That's it. That's simple. And the nice part about it, it simmers really, really low. So, speaking of that, let's warm up the pan. I got a little butter in it. I melted a little butter. And we're going to put the meat in there and season it up, see what we come up with. All right, so we got the pan nice and warm. I'm going to toss this in here. Okay? That's the freeze-dried meat. You do want to, it sounds kind of weird, but you do want to kind of wring that out a little bit. I don't mean get it up there and do that. But what I do mean is kind of, once you get it hydrated and you get most of the water drained out, you kind of want to push down like that and get the last of the water out of there. I'm going to turn this up a little bit. Oh, I turned it off. There we go. Turn it up a little bit, move things around a little. And I'm going to put in the, if I can find my spoon here, the refried beans. I just find it easier to do this when you're doing this in a prepper type situation or at a camp. Easier to just throw it in there, mix everything together at once. And it will increase the volume of everything, so you'll have a little more food. So we're going to let that warm up. I'll bring you back when we put the rest of the stuff in there. I am going to toss in my garlic and onion. A little bit of garlic. Now you'll notice I'm just using these cheap freeze-dried onions from Walmart, Great Value minced onions. Didn't want to open the package of the freeze-dried wholesalers one just for a quick little recipe. And this is a way to economically stock this stuff, so remember that. You don't have to buy everything from them. You can do it very cheaply. And dollar store is good for this too. A little salt and pepper in my salt and pepper Tic Tac dispenser mix. There we go. This is actually an awesome way to carry your spices for camping. And of course, a little bit of this red sauce, enchilada sauce. It does a whole lot of good in making everything give that authentic kind of Southwest flavor. All right, I'm going to let that heat up for a little while, and I'll bring you back when we're going to plate things up and show you what it looks like. Now, if you're only cooking on one pan, and most likely in an emergency we wouldn't have a big, huge stove to cook on, this is an awesome way to heat up your tortillas. Just throw it right over the meat. Flip them over. That's simple. Of course, you're going to get stuff on them. Well, that's the whole idea. You're going to be cooking. So sometimes I like to double these up because they do tend to break when you pick them up, but I think they'll be fine. So let me get them out of there, plate them up, and I'll show you what the final product looks like. All right, so there you go. All set, all done. See how easy that was? That's the cool part about having freeze-dried food that's ready for you 20 years from now. It's going to be perfectly fine that long from now. Take a look at that. Now tell me, what's better after a big disaster where everything's chaotic than a good home-cooked meal? Can't beat it. So I'm going to try one of these out right now. Let's give it a try here and see what we think. Perfect. Not too spicy, just the right flavor. Really came out awesome. You can make up, obviously I have a bunch more here. I could make up easily 2-3 more of these things. Really easy to make, really simple. And you see how easy it is to get yourself some good food for storage, for long term, to put away. And another nice thing to do is if you do have a friend, like I mentioned in the beginning, if you do have a friend that you think might be interested in getting prepared, well, heck, if they're truly interested, invite them over and make them some food with this stuff and show them how easy it is to be prepared. The reason I say that, the more people that are prepared, the more people that are ready, the less people that are going to become a problem later. They're not going to be knocking on your door asking for food. They're not going to be looting. They're not going to be rioting. And you think people won't. You think, oh, you know, the doctor that lives next door to me is an upstanding citizen. He'd never resort to that. Watch what happens when his kids are starving. So the more people you get into preparedness, the better. Now, that doesn't mean to go around and be what I call a prepper evangelist and tell everybody you know at the grocery store while you're standing in line while you're buying 10 cans of ground beef or whatever. It does mean if somebody professes an interest to you, you know, with looking at what the world is like, and they say, hey, you know what, I kind of think you're into that. Are you into that? Because I'm interested in getting a little better prepared. Then you help them, okay? You don't want to tell everybody because, like I always say, they won't prepare, but they will remember you did. And they'll come to you after the fact. Anyway, folks, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Just wanted to show you how much of a wide range there is of stuff from freeze-dried wholesalers. Now, I was going to put avocado on these. They do have freeze-dried avocado slices. However, I didn't hydrate them in time. So they were still hard when it was time to shoot the video. And I usually shoot 2 to 3 videos a day, so I have to kind of get moving, you know, and I can't wait all day for it. So if you are interested in that, they do have them. And they do hydrate really good. They just take a little bit of a while. Anyway, folks, if you're interested in checking out their food, the link will be the first link down below in the description, okay? You can check out their food down there. It's very, very easy to order from them. It's free shipping, and my link is going to save you 15%. Again, there's nothing to join. There's no clubs. There's no nothing like that. They do have, from time to time, we do these mid-rat sales, which are midday rations. He is a defense contractor, and he mainly makes food for military on the ships and the Navy. So, you know, the midday rations usually are something good, like a good high-protein snack. So we've had them in the past. They're like pizza, stuff like that. He did have some New York steaks that are coming up soon on pre-order, so definitely check them out. The link will be down below, and like I said, anything you order from that link will save you 15%. You go to checkout, you'll see Iridium 242 discount 15%. If you just buy one thing, it may not be a lot. If you buy a bunch of stuff, I've had people email me and say they save $400 with it. So definitely check them out. Along with that, we have our Amazon affiliate store. Check that link down below. If you don't need anything in the store, just click the link and shop as you normally would. It really helps us out. Below that is our My Patriot supply link. That's preparewithiridium.com. Lots of good deals on that site. Preparewithiridium.com. And below that is our Thrive Life freeze-dried food store as well. Again, those are the 3 companies I trust. These folks here, Thrive Life and My Patriot Supply. You will be well served using any of them. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. I'm going to go have some lunch. Stay safe and stay prepared.